The greatest feeling in the world was holding my own gun. I'm hypertensive, but all my decisions been wholesome. My independence had me flipping on siblings I stole from. Said I'm just big and loud. Well, £1/2 pound is my silent treatment. I punched out plugs I could've stopped from eating. Jackie Gleason on the TV while his mama's sleeping. That plate was made, or he got that chick filleted like she Polynesian.
The fucking niggas do to me though. So I stand there blinded while my jewelry glow.
That's all it is. You just do the math. You solve one problem and you solve the next.
So this is how I started rapping with the Swishahouse. One time I'm putting up posters at a record shop in Houston, and Michael Watts is coming dropping off some tapes to the record shop. And I just happened to ask him, I said, Watts, man, you know I love Cash Money, man. You know I love Manny Fresh. How come I ain't never heard Slim Thug or anyone else in the Swishahouse, J-Dog, Lil Mario, how come I ain't never heard them rap on a Manny Fresh beat? Man, what's going on? Manny Fresh got the hardest beats. Why y'all ain't rapping on them? And he would say, well, you know, the rappers pick what beat they gonna rap on. And I'd tell him, nah, man, you need to pick a Manny Fresh beat and tell them to rap on it. He said, well, what's your favorite Manny Fresh beat? I said, man, Cash Money is an Army. BG, Cash Money is an Army. Bum, 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 dum, 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 bum, 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 bum. So Watch started, you know, beatboxing, doing just like what I'm doing, what we doing. And so, all right, what would you say on there? And I just kicked the freestyle. And
really?
Like, yeah, right on the spot.
What would you say on that beat?
What would you say on it? I was like, what would I say? Shit, this is what I would say. He already knew I rapped because, you know, we would have our demos that we would be passing out, but I never crossed the line, I guess, you know, of asking, can I rap with you? You know what I'm saying? I was too scared to because I knew if I asked, he was going to say no.
Put you in that.
So even then, it wasn't me asking, can I, it was me as a fan. Can y'all rap on Manny Fresh beats? Because I know Slim Thug will kill this shit, you know.
Right.
And that's when he said, come on. I said, shit, come on. We went to the Dust Bowl. That's the Swishahouse. We went over there. I laid my verse. I actually laid 2 verses on something. And, you know, next thing you know, a week later, he calls me and said, hey, man, the computer crashed. But that was like a normal thing, you know, where the files would be lost. Mm-hmm. So it would be like, okay, did it crash? Because, you know what I'm saying? That's your way of saying, hey, you ain't rapping with us. You know what I'm saying? Or did it really crash?
Right.
Either way, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, nah, it crashed. But hey, come back over, you know, next Tuesday and we'll lay something new. And matter of fact, bring your boy Chameleon with you too. There was one of them things too, I think at the time where I had a hell of a work ethic when it came to promotion, but Chameleon was somebody I think Michael Watts kind of favored. You know what I'm saying? Like he favored how Chameleon rapped more than he favored how I rapped. But it was like, even though, you know, I'm the one who got in the door, now you can come, even though I was the guest. Even though I had the ticket, I was the guest. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how it was.
So Chameleon was making noise already?
No,
you bought Chameleon to Swishahouse.
Actually, well, I can't say I brought him to the Swishahouse, although, you know,
because he asked for
that's kind of how, you asked for him. You know what I'm saying? It was like, shit, bring Chameleon with you. It's like, shit, Chameleon, you want to come rap with me? Come on, because it was one of those things where you rap on a Swishahouse tape, then instantly you a celebrity in the neighborhood.
Right.
And when I say celebrity, I mean celebrity. You walking in getting free food everywhere you go, everything's free, everybody want, you know, it's just you big time celebrity. So it was shit. Whether
I wish it was like that here.
Too competitive over here.
Well, no, it can't. We talked about this before. There's certain places in the country where the independent scene is so crazy that they don't have to leave their state.
Right.
Texas is massive.
You always spoke on that though.
Because I remember interviewing him and Slim when they came up to New York, and it was made very clear to me that they were just doing this because it was like going through the motions. They didn't have to. There's nothing about the units they were moving and the shows they were doing that said, hey, we have to go to New York and do press so everybody else knows that we're doing something. It was kind of like, okay, we got some money. Let's just go to New York and we'll do some promo and get in the magazines. But
we almost didn't want to. Because then, okay, also, all my rap OGs, they all told us, hey, when you go to New York, bring your A game. You better come on with it. They'll come to your show and boo the fuck out of you. They'll buy your ticket. Like, for real. So they would tell us, like, we were already, you know, and then New York had the perception. That's why I say my perception in New York was completely wrong, because New York had a perception that everybody here is a fucking hater. But that wasn't my experience at all. When I came here, I got nothing but love. I can honestly say I never once ever experienced any type of hate. Now, if somebody don't like how I rap, that's understandable. I don't like how tons of people rap.
That's not hate, though.
Right, that's not hate.
Right.
Exactly.
That's a preference.
Right, exactly. Also, a lot of people get misconstrued to where you know, you popping in your hood, then you come here, you think you popping too. Nobody fucking ever heard of your name. Okay, well, I ain't never come here with no expectations and entitlement of, okay, I know I'm big where I'm big, so I'm gonna be big here too. And I always had a admiration for New York. I mean, it's still the mecca of hip hop. It's still the birthplace of all this. My favorite rappers, you know, were from here or, you know, made a name for themselves here or something. So, you know, so it was like, okay, this is something where I don't want to come here and be ostracized. I want to come here and make a name for myself too. So whatever we got to do, let's do it. So, but when you first come here though, it's definitely one of the things where you intimidated because it's New York. So you thinking everybody gonna be walking down the street, fuck you, I don't like your shit, you know what I'm saying? But
are you saying good morning, man?
Yeah.
You're not that wrong on that.
Nah,
New York, fuck, I look like saying good morning.
Yeah. Well, nah, I just think that, you know, it's you know, people don't have as much patience here, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times. So it's you know, people want their space, people want their privacy, it's all understood. So it's like, shit, if I'm walking up to you and I don't know you and I'm talking to you, you might be like, get the fuck out of my face. Why you talking to me? Which is understandable. You know what I'm saying? So shit, it's one of those things where I don't know. I had a perception of New York that shit was not what it was. You know, I thought it was going to be a hell and it was not. It was shit. We got
was
love
this something
here.
you seen on TV? Somebody told you or something?
Yeah, like I say, it was all my rap OGs. It was, and I don't necessarily think they had bad experiences necessarily, but you know, growing up in the East Coast, West Coast rivalry, it's just thought, you know, that nobody gives a fuck about Texas because nobody did. So it was somewhere when we coming up making a name for ourselves in Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Arkansas, or like, you know, the Southwest or that type of third coast, what we call the third coast. You know, we making a name for ourselves there. It was like, well, if they're not feeling us anywhere, why are we gonna go there? Let's keep doing what we do. We don't want to go somewhere just to get booed.
We embrace music everywhere though. New York City.
No, but that's new. That's new. He's not wrong.
No, that's true. But I'm saying well, me, I'm gonna speak for myself. I embrace music everywhere. Like I've been fucking with the South. Like T.I. came out before he started buzzing and all of that. I was fucking with the, you know what I mean, down south music.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, it was a little different, not to cut you, it was a little different from me because once I heard certain East Coast rappers mentioning South rappers, that's when I started tapping into them. So when I started hearing Jay-Z talk about, you know, when you have Bun B and Pimp C on Big Pimpin', and he's on something with Juvenile, and I'm like, who's these guys? Yeah. And then I start tapping into
that's
the
when
Southern
the remixers
District.
start, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but prior to that, I was just, New York.
Nah, not me.
You know what I mean?
Well, I remember the first time I performed out here with Dipset, and we came out here. Dipset had a show. It was Cameron, matter of fact, but he brought all Dipset with him, and it was sold out. I can't remember the name of the place it was at, but it was at some big ass club. And he was like, "I'm gonna bring you out, you know, to do a song." And I'm like, "I'm doing Still Tippin' or something." So Still Tippin' was popping. It was big around the country.
We got to
whatever.
talk about that.
They didn't necessarily. I don't know at the time. You know, when the video came out on BT, that's when they kind of was like, "Okay, that's who that is rapping." But even then, you know, I remember coming out on stage and it'd be from everybody worshiping Dipset to everybody staring at me like this. But it would be like I grew up in Houston. So in Houston, we have a little man complex sometimes where if you come there, this is how we gonna stare at you because you from New York. I don't want you thinking I'm on your dick. So I'd rather you think I was a hater than you think I'm on your dick.
It's like that here.
It's like that everywhere.
That's why I understand. That's why I kind of I get it. It's not haters. It's the same shit that we got. If I'm from out of town, y'all not gonna ride my nuts. But if I talk to you, have a conversation, then it's gonna be, hey, I got a lot of love for you. I got a lot of love for you too.
Sometimes it don't need to be that. It's just they want to get familiar with who you are.
Right before they give you a chance.
What I'm saying? Like they know who Dipset is. You know what I'm saying? Like some they probably like, who the fuck is this? You know what I mean?
New York motherfuckers.
And then you got introduced. You got introduced.
Right, man.
You gotta prove it.
We got trust issues.
You always gotta prove it out here.
It's all around. Look around you, man. You can find inspiration. You can find discouragement. It all depends on you. Perception is everything. Some people just hear another song. Some people hear the greatest. A nigga used to have no chill. Nowadays I bump side A. Traffic going bumper to bumper, stuck on the highway.